slippery floor outside the toilet. Why this can happen? This situation can happen when someone walks out of the toilet with wet feet. The water from their feet drips onto the floor and makes the surface slippery. Usually, tiles outside the toilet are smooth, so they become even more dangerous when wet. If the hotel doesn't place a carpet or non-slip mat in that area, the water will remain there, making it easy for anyone to slip. Sometimes cleaners might also forget to dry the floor after cleaning, which increases the risk of accidents. The best way to prevent this hazard is to place a non-slip mat or carpet right in front of the toilet door. This allows people to wipe their wet feet before stepping out. The hotel should also put out a caution wet floor sign when the area is wet, especially after cleaning. Regular cleaning and drying of the area are also important to make sure the floor stays safe for everyone.
Hazard 2. Water near electrical items which with hand touching the plug. So why this can happen? This happens when a person tries to plug in or switch on the electrical item right after washing their hands or holding a drink. But sometimes people are in hurry to forget to dry their hands. However, water is a good conductor of electricity, which means that if your hands are wet, the electrical current can travel through the water and into your body. This can cause electric shock or burns, and if water enters the plug or socket, it can also damage the electrical system and even start a small fire. So how to prevent this situation? First, you always to make sure your hands are completely dry before touching any plug, switch or electrical appliance. Keep all the drinks and water bottles away from the sockets and plug to prevent spill. And in this hotel, it is better to use a socket covers or waterproof outlets, especially in areas near sinks or bathroom. Staff should also remind guests not to touch plug with wet hands to keep everyone safe.
Hazard 3. Smoking inside hotel area. Why this can happen? This problem happens when guests ignore the no smoking signs or think it is acceptable to smoke inside their room or hotel area. Some people may not realize that smoking indoors is not only against the rules but also very dangerous. The smoke can trigger the hotel's fire alarm system or even cause a fire if it comes into contact with curtains, bedsheets or electrical items. Apart from that, cigarette smoke can make other guests uncomfortable and affect the air quality in the building. To control this hazard, hotels should clearly display no smoking signs in all rooms and public areas. They can also prepare a specific smoking area outside the hotel for guests who smoke. Staff should be trained to politely remind guests about the no smoking policy and explain that it is for everyone's safety and comfort. Regular checks by housekeeping can also help ensure no one smokes inside the rooms.